Hare Krishna. After a gap of 2 weeks, we are back again on Thursday on Folk Life. Welcome you all for the Special Association Thursday. Today we're going to discuss about the specialty and uniqueness of Kartik Mass. Before we start and understand the concepts of Kartik Mass and Damodar Lila and the importance of offering a ghee lamp to Lord Damodar, let us offer prayers to Srila Prabhupada to bless us to understand and make us follow this particular vrata of Damodar Kartik Mass. Here we go. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kartik Mass is very dear to Krishna. Why is it dear to Krishna? Because it is the Mass, it is the month of Srimati Radharani. In this particular month, the Kritika Nakshatra is very prominent, and this month is, the name is also given by Srimati Radharani, hence it's called Kartika. And Kartika is very dear to Krishna because Radharani is very dear to Krishna, hence her month is also dear to Krishna. Hence, Krishna loves this particular month. Of course, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says Margashirsha month is one of the finest months, but Kartika is a very special month. Of course, Purushottam month is also a very special month. He personally gives his own name to this month. But more than his month, he loves the month of Kartika. Lord has various ways and means to attract us back home, back to Godhead. One of such feature is such special months and dates and opportunities for us to perform special devotional service to Krishna. So Krishna is very merciful to all of us. Just like a father, although the son goes out of the house, doesn't want to follow the father's instructions, the fathers make sure that he gets the son back. Out of love for the son, the father tries various ways and means to get him back. Out of his love for his son, father arranges different ways and means to tell him that father loves him very much and he will not be happy without him. His desire is not meant for that. But in spite of all his endeavors, the unconditioned souls, the rebellious souls, the deviant souls, doesn't adhere to the guidance and request of the Supreme Lord. But the love of the Lord is so intense, so special, that he somehow or the other makes all the endeavors just to draw the attention of his son. That is the loving nature of the Supreme Father. The Bhagavad Gita is nothing but that open love letter of the Father to all his sons, the conditioned souls we. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this is place of miseries. And no matter how hard you try to be happy in this material world, you cannot be happy. So, and that's why he tells, your constitution is to serve me. Just surrender unto me. Sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tava sarva papebhyo mokshyashyami ma suchaha. Come what may, just surrender unto me. Give up all varieties of so-called duties, so-called dharma, so-called religion. Just surrender unto me. Aham tvama sarva papebhyo mokshyashyami ma suchaha. Do not worry, do not fear. Ma suchaha, I'll take care of you. This is the summon and substance of the instruction of Gita. Out of his love for his children, Krishna personally comes down to this material world, performs this enchanting, wonderful Leelas just to attract us. The Leelas, the sweet pastimes of the Lord, he enacts those pastimes. And the great sages who are again appointed by the Supreme Lord, sent by the Supreme Lord, the Parampara Acharyas, the prophets, the sons, the institution of Krishna consciousness movement is all the expression of Krishna's love for his children. One of this expression of love of Krishna to the conditioned souls is Ekadashi. Another one would be the holy name of Krishna, because surrendering to Krishna is a big deal, big thing for a commoner. But even without surrendering, being in his position wherever he is, sthane sthita shrutigata, whichever position you have been, you be in that position, don't worry, you don't have to even surrender. Simply chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You can't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, at least hear Srimad Bhagavatam, hear Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You can't even hear, you can't even chant, you are very fond of eating, at least have my prasadam. You like to look at good, beautiful things, come and look at my form in the temple. You can't come to temple, at least on Rath Yatras, I come out of the temple to see you, at least visit me during those days. If you can't come for prasadam, prasadam is sent sometimes. You have some Lakshmi with you, you have some money with you, contribute to me. You can't do this, you do this. You can't do this, do this. At least do something. The 12th chapter Krishna says. Like that, Krishna makes every arrangement. If not Ekadashi, at least Janmashtami Vrata you perform. It's like one Janmashtami Vrata is equivalent to 20 crore Ekadashis. So when you attain that pious credits, that Sukruti, you can afford to purchase Krishna. You can afford to render devotional service to Krishna. Only a sinless person can approach Krishna. Only a purified soul can approach Krishna. Because we are all sinful and we have no iota of credit, pious credit. Hence, Krishna makes sure that we earn that credit. He tricks us to earn that credit. He gives the credit, He gives the game, He gives the prize, and He arranges the whole game for us to get benefited. He is so loving, caring, Supreme Father. But He doesn't force. So one such expression of love of Krishna to His conditioned souls is Kartik Mas. Sometimes all those offers which He has given us, the holy name, the Bhagavad Gita, the temples, the deities, the prasadam, the vratas, the pilgrimage places, the dhams, we are not even getting attracted to any of these things. Somehow or the other, Krishna wants to give a very special offer for a long duration of time. And one such offer, one such facility is Kartika Masa. Just like during this festival season, Apple, iPhone, which are quite expensive, are given a huge discount during this special discount sale or big billion day offers. Why such offers are available? The company wants to empty their stocks or increase their sales. But of course, they cheat also in some products. But the point is to just to draw a parallel. The Lord, who doesn't want, who will never cheat. He gives a promise, He fulfills a promise. It's not like the fake jumlas or fake promises given by the politicians or statesmen or diplomats, and they keep cheating people, the businessmen. Not like that. Krishna's promise, Krishna makes sure that He fulfills the promise. So, to fulfill His promise, He is ready to do anything and everything. And one such offer, like the big $1 billion, it's very difficult to attain all such wonderful, alluring things in bhakti. You have to do tapasya, because without tapasya nothing can be achieved. But that tapasya in Kali Yuga is made very easy simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, simply by tasting prasadam, simply by going to temple, simply by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Even though it is made, so we are still not attracted. So Kartika Masa is an opportunity wherein we get so much offers at a less price. So anyone who performs an iota of a bit of devotional service, his devotional credits increases 1,000 times. The literatures do mention that, especially if it is performed in Mathura, if it is performed in Vrindavan. There is a parampara in the Gaudiya Vaishnavas that at least during Kartik month, at least for few days, they would love to stay in Vrindavan There are people who would stay the entire month in Vrindavan during Kartik, where quickly in that month we can advance in Krishna consciousness. Just as I said, a very expensive mobile or a gadget is offered a huge discount during that sale period, festive offer. In the same way, that which cannot be attained so easily can be attained very easily in multiple fold during this special offer days. And that offer days is for almost a month, 30 days. So throughout the world, all across the globe, devotees of the Krishna consciousness movement give this offers, educate the people at large to come and get benefit of this offer. It is said in Kartika, just by offering the ghee lamb to Supreme Lord, the total amount of sinful reaction what you have performed throughout your life will be vanquished just by half a blink of an eye. It is said during this month, one small rat unknowingly thought the batti of the lamp to be an eatable and just whisked out to eat it. But in this course of activity, that particular lamp got lit. Hence the Lord considered this to be a devotional activity, and he immediately got benefit of human life and performed devotional service and went back to Godhead. So that is the beauty of this particular month. Like there are many glories of the Kartik month, but one of the most important Kartik is very dear to Krishna. Krishna performed his most wonderful, enchanting, sweet pastimes. Why this month is dear to Krishna is the month of Srimati Radharani, and he performed his topmost devotional height or summit of ecstasy with his devotees by performing the Rasa Lila during this month, Sharad Purnima. Krishna, when he called up all the gopis by playing his Vamshi, standing in threefold form on the banks of river Yamuna, every gopi in Vrajamandala just drawn towards Krishna. They just left their earth and home just to be associated with Krishna. And they just performed this glorious dance of Rasa Lila during this Kartik month, during the full moon day. In one of the glories about the gopis describing the beauty of Krishna, Krishna is so attractive. Krishna is so attractive. The gopi says to another gopi, and never ever, ever, ever go to the banks of river Yamuna. Even if you go, it's okay, still you can come back, but never glance at the beautiful form of Krishna. He is so beautiful, and if you see his beautiful form and hear his Vamshi, then you are gone. Your attraction for your material life will be finished. Your plans for enjoyment in the material world is doomed and doused forever. Krishna is so attractive, and when he performs this wonderful height of devotional ecstasy of the gopis towards Krishna in the Rasa Lila, the whole world is enchanted. And that particular Rasa Lila happened during Kartika month. That is the topmost Madhurya Lila of the Lord. In the Vatsalya Lila, Krishna was bound by Mother Yashoda's pure love. Krishna is not bound by anybody's tapasya or austerities or penances or charity or vratas. Krishna is enchanted, bounded by the pure love of his devotees. Mother Yashoda, I would like to few moments to relish and remember this wonderful Damodara pastime. Damodara means Dhamma means belly, Dhamma means rope, Dhamma means rope, and Udara means belly. Krishna was bound by Mother Yashoda's rope, not rope, her love for Krishna. The whole world is inside Krishna. He encapsulates the entire cosmos. How can the whole cosmos can be bound by a single chain of ropes? Not possible. But Krishna agrees to bound. He is Aniyor Aninam Mahito Mahinam. He is smaller than the smallest and greater than the greatest. He agrees to be bound by his pure devotee. And one day, as the pastime goes, Krishna was being fed by Mother Yashoda the breast milk, and Krishna was sucking the breast of Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda was singing the glories of Krishna. Mother Yashoda was so lovingly looking at his enchanting lotus face of the Supreme Lord and his small teeth. She was so happy, and she was churning the butter which she personally used to prepare to feed Krishna. And while singing singing and simultaneously working upon the churn the butter, her hairs loosened, flowers fell down, and she was so happy to do the service for the Lord. And meanwhile, she had kept milk to boil on the stove. It was coming out of the lid, and just to set aside the boiling milk, that too for his own purpose, for his own, Krishna's own purpose, she had done that. For the moment she kept the Krishna aside and just went to set the boiling milk aside. Krishna became infuriated. Krishna said, I am the center of attraction. All your attention should be for me, not for anyone else or anything else. Of course, the attention was for his own service. But Krishna wanted to tell, see, when I want to have this milk, you have to feed me. No other milk matters to me. I am the center. I want your uninterrupted, unalloyed, focused attention to serve me. So this is Krishna wants to say, that is what ananya chintayatos tomam, ananya chintayantos, satatam kirtayanto mam, kirtanya sada hari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita in different forms repeats the same thing. Krishna by his personal pastime in this particular Lila also wants to communicate the same thing. And Krishna, out of rage and anger, got out a small stone, broke the pot of butter, ate some butter, distributed his butter in charity to the monkeys, his friends, and just pissed off and just walked away from that spot. When Mother Yashoda came to see this beautiful scenery, his pot is broken, butter is out, and he understood it's done by the mischievous son of her, Krishna. She wanted to teach a lesson to Krishna. And she wanted to catch Krishna and punish him for this. As a loving mother wants his son to be disciplined so that he grows up to a nice child. But Krishna was aware of mother's intention to catch him. Krishna was hiding behind, and the moment Mother Yashoda got to know that Krishna is hiding behind somewhere, and she rushed towards to Krishna to catch him, Krishna immediately jumps from that spot and runs. This is such a beautiful scene. Supreme Personality of Godhead, being a small baby, is running in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. And the Devatas are astonished, they're surprised, they're shocked. How can we, a Supreme Lord, be like a small baby playing in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj? One of the great devotees says, I don't care to worship with anyone, I don't care to worship any or do any vratas or any such things which is recommended in the Vedic literatures, not to go to pilgrimage, not to give dana and charity, not to do some tapasya. I'm just interested to worship Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, because in their courtyard Krishna crawled, the Supreme Lord crawled. That's why when you go to Vrindavan in Gokul, they ask all the visitors to crawl towards Krishna. Anyways, Krishna was running, and Mother Yashoda was, being a heavy lady, was finding it difficult to catch a small little baby Krishna. And Krishna, looking at his mother's endeavor to catch him, slows down and agrees to be caught. So when we put endeavor in spiritual life, when we practice sincerely chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we follow the rules and regulations given by Swami Srila Prabhupada, when Krishna sees our endeavor, he agrees to be caught. He wants to be caught. He wants to be bound. And that is possible when we put that endeavor. Mother Yashoda put that endeavor to catch Krishna. In the same way, by this pastime, we should understand, we should put that endeavor. And that endeavor, at least for those who are devotees, Kartik Mass or any other Mass, Prabhupada says we have to perform our devotional service. And those who are not in devotional service, doesn't know any iota of devotional service, this offers can be helpful. And when Mother Yashoda finally catches Krishna. Krishna was on the verge of crying. His lotus eyes, lotus face, his mascara, black mascara was coming out along with his tears, and tears was flowing. And looking at Krishna, Mother Yashoda thought, if this small child is afraid of me, it's not good for him. She immediately throws of the stick. One devotee comments, the whole world is afraid of Krishna. Fear personified is afraid of Krishna, and Krishna is afraid of Mother Yashoda's stick. Krishna is a property of his devotees, his pure devotees. Only his pure devotees can bind him, make him cry, make him dance to their tunes. That pure devotional service is the topmost achievement of the conditioned souls. Krishna performs this wonderful Leela just to attract us, the conditioned souls, towards him. Finally, Mother Yashoda, just to teach his naughty child a lesson, she tries to bind him with a mortar grinder, with the ropes. When she was about to knot the final knot, there was 2-inch short. She has amassed a few more ropes from her house, and again she tried to tie the knot, but still it was 2-inch short. Looking at her intense endeavor, sweating profusely, Krishna was smiling, of course, in the heart, but externally he was crying a bit disturbed. But Mother Yashoda is trying to, Krishna, you are sick, don't try him, Mother, please. See, Supreme Lord enacting these pastimes. The Mayavadis, the impersonalists cannot understand these pastimes. But a devotee is hearing from a lip of an authorized bona fide parampara can understand the position of these great exalted devotees. And when Krishna sees the effort, endeavor, hard work of Mother Yashoda to bind Krishna, Krishna becomes pleased with Mother Yashoda's koshish, mehnat, and he agrees to be bound. So that is Krishna for you. So this particular Leela happened during Kartik Mass. And Krishna didn't stop at that point of time. He just goes, he remembered the curse given by Narada Muni to son of Nalakuvera and Manigriva, the two sons of Kubera. They were in a drunken state, intoxicated state, nude, engaged in sensual activity. When Narada Muni happened to pass, they failed to recognize the importance of offering respects to Narada Muni and covering themselves. So they were in very precarious conditions. Narada Muni, out of compassion for these two conditioned souls, cursed them to become the trees. This is a warning to all those who wants to be nude or naked. Next life, tree life is guaranteed for you. That is the beauty of such great devotees. Their cursing and blessing is one and the same. Just like Krishna's killing and kissing is one and the same. Because of their curse, they became tall trees, Arjuna trees, in the courtyard of Nanda Baba. And these two trees were standing since thousands of years. And Krishna knew that Narada Muni had cursed them and also blessed them that Krishna will come and deliver. He remembers that particular promise given by Narada Muni. He is already broken his promise sometimes, which he has given Krishna, of course. But the promise which his devotees make, he will make sure that he fulfills that promise. So that's why Krishna saw those two wonderful trees and he goes in between those trees. He pulls those wooden grinding mortar. The wooden grinding mortar gets stuck in between those two trees, and he pulls the two trees, the huge trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj fell, and there was a tumultuous sound, there was a resounding sound, and everyone rushed to the spot to save Krishna. The baby Krishna was just playing there, and their two personalities, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, in their Devata form, in their original form, appeared and offered glorious prayers to Krishna and circumambulated Krishna and went off. The small babies who were along with Krishna, they were telling how this whole instance happened, but the elderly gopis, they were not in a mood to listen. Somehow Krishna is saved. That is their mood. This wonderful pastime happened during this particular month of Kartik. And another glorious pastime which happened during this month is Krishna lifting the glorious mountain Govardhana to save the Vrajavasis from the wrath of Indra. He held the mountain for 7 days and 7 nights continuously. Holding a mountain for 7 days is not a big deal. But the beauty of Krishna's lifting the hill for 7 days and 7 nights was he held it in his nail of his small finger. And during those 7 days, no one under it ever felt hunger pangs or nature call. They were so absorbed in looking at Krishna's beauty, how he is lifting. They was just partying there. That is Krishna conscious life, keeping Krishna in the center and partying. The first ever Garba, keeping Krishna, was performed during this particular Govardhan Lila in that sense. And Govardhan was eagerly waiting to be lifted by the Lord. He had taken birth in Govardhan in that sense through his mystic arrangements from the Dronachala Parvata series. Dronachala is the father of Govardhan, and Pulastya Rishi happened to perform this Leela in the service of the Lord, and he happened to keep Govardhana there. Although he was cursed to reduce his height from the size of a mustard seed every day, he was not disappointed. He took that curse as a blessing. He was very tall, 88 miles. Snow-capped mountains used to be there. So Krishna, when he appears in Dvaapara, that would be a hindrance for him. So that curse was a blessing, so that he could give pleasure to Krishna's cows, Krishna's cowherd friends and the gopis. So that Govardhan Lila, that Govardhan pastime happened during Kartik month. That's why Krishna is very dear. The dearmost Leelas of his devotees with Krishna is performed during his dearmost month, Kartika. And the most sacred place in the entire creation, which is dear to Krishna, dear to Srimati Radharani, appeared during this month. That is Radha Kund appearance, Shama Kund appearance. That is the place where Radha and Krishna used to meet. So these are the wonderful pastimes which Krishna performed in Kartika. And for devotees, the last 5 days of Kartika month is Bhishma Panchaka, where Bhishma performed rigorous tapasya to have Krishna have his devotional service. He had a special blessing. He could quit his body any moment. None of us can do so. We can die next moment. Although Bhishma had that feature, he also still wanted to do devotional service to set an example. Since he's an Acharya, he's a Mahajana. So during this 30 days, if we can intensify our Krishna consciousness, those who are already practicing Krishna consciousness, I would request to intensify that. Basically, there are 5-6 things which we can always do during Kartik month that will give you immense spiritual benefit. First and foremost, try to get up, take it as a 30 days Kartik challenge, wherein you wake up before sunrise. If possible, 1.5 hours before sunrise. Attend Mangalarti in the temple or in folk or online. Second, after this, chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Those who are chanting 16, please maintain. Those who are not chanting, at least pick some rounds of chanting, at least double it if possible. Third, read Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or any Srila Prabhupada's books during this 30 days. Fourth, every day without fail, offer the beautiful prayers offered by Satyavrata Muni, damodarastakam. And fifth, after offering this particular prayer, offer ghee lamp to Krishna, especially to the Damodar, particular form of the Lord where Krishna is bound by Mother Yashoda. Keeping that photograph in front of you, offer this particular prayer. And if possible, those who are folks, those who are finding it difficult to regulate your senses, take this as an opportunity. Follow strict brahmacharya. Avoid all social media distractions. Just get absorbed in Krishna's services. If you can do the 6 things, and if possible, if you can visit Vrindavan, or if not possible to visit Vrindavan because our folk Vrindavan trip is already done, you can at least visit a temple every day. So during this Kartik month, folks, please make sure that you get up early in the morning, chant 16 rounds, read Bhagavad Gita, follow Brahmacharya, offer ghee lamp to Krishna, and sing damodarastakam, and visit temple as much as possible, and if possible, intensify your devotional service by doing more and more practical devotional service. Please contact your respective folk guides and take from their guidance how to do this. I'll just read out few things about Kartika Masa and the glory of offering lamb to Krishna during this particular month. This vrata is also called as Urja Vrata. The execution of devotional service during Urja Vrata, that is in the month of Kartika, specially recommended to be performed in Mathura. The Lord may offer liberation or material happiness to a devotee. But after some devotional service has been executed, particularly in Mathura during the month of Kartika, the devotee is found only to attain pure devotional service under the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada, in the Nectar of Devotion, purport, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he writes this. The purport is that the Lord does not award the devotional service to ordinary persons. अगर आप भक्ति कर रहे हैं, that you are not an ordinary, you are an extraordinary person. This is a version of Nectar of Devotion. But even such unserious persons who execute devotional service according to regulative principles during the month of Kartika and within the jurisdiction of Mathura in India are very easily afforded the Lord's personal service. Now, all of us may not be fortunate and privileged, just like these 55 students who came along with us during Kartik. But still, the same benefit can be gotten by visiting the temple of the Lord and doing the devotional service in the temple of the Lord. So, I would request and implore all the folks, make sure without fail you visit the temple as many number of times as possible, or at least on Sundays. Don't miss to attend the 4 classes and get the opportunity of offering ghee lamp to Krishna in the temple after offering damodarastakam. Here further it is mentioned, Durlabha Bhakti Yogo me mama vasya vidayakaha kartike maturayam cha pratnena labhyate. Pure devotionals to me, Krishna is telling, which because of it places me under my devotee's dominion, is very difficult to attain, is easily attained by following this vow in Mathura during Kartika. Because when you perform devotional service, Krishna becomes obliged, Krishna comes under your control, Krishna becomes puppet in your hands. That's why Krishna doesn't give this devotional service to anyone and everyone. Dhanam dehi, bharya dehi, buddhi dehi, etc., etc. You'll get it. But this thing, devotional service to Krishna, is very, very rare. Of course, that is given freely to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, and those who are following this, make sure that you amplify, intensify this during Kartika so that you fast forward your Krishna consciousness. This Kartika mantra acts like a catalyst for that. Further, it is mentioned, to they who worship Krishna in Vrindavan or in the temple, the Lord gives them their original spiritual forms. The perfect attainment to purify the sins of a lifetime is to worship Lord Damodara in Vrindavan during Kartika. The month of Kartika spent in Vrindavana brings the supreme destination. This is in Mathura Mahatmya spoken by Rupa Goswami. Further, it is mentioned in Brahma Khanda, in the month of Kartik, which is very dear to Sri Hari, one who bathes early in the morning attains the merit of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage. During the month of Kartik, if you take bath every single day, the benefit, the merit, the credit, the advantage what you get is the advantage of taking bath in all the pilgrimage places. And it is further mentioned, anybody who offers a Lord the ghee lamp in the month of Kartika, O Brahmana, becomes free from all kinds of sins, such as killing a Brahmana. He goes to the abode of Lord Hari. And further, in Skanda Purana, it is mentioned as Satyuga is the best of yugas, Vedas the best of the scriptures, and Ganga is the best of the river, and Kartika is the best of the month, the most dear to Krishna. And Sutta Goswami, he says this further, if anyone fasts and observes the Kartika Vrata according to rules and regulations, the Yamadutas, the messengers of Yama Raja, run away from him, just as elephant runs away from seeing a lion. This dear Vrata of Lord Vishnu is even better than performing 100 great sacrifice that would take him to heaven, because the person who observes Kartika Vrata goes directly to the spiritual world. Padma Purana says this. Again, it glories goes on like this. It's said in Padma Purana, although one can easily reach Mathura on this earth, and although Kartik month is easily observable, and although in this month of Kartika all the places of pilgrimage, oceans, rivers, lakes comes to Mathura area, still those human beings who are foolish are suffering, and suffering in the ocean of material existence do not take advantage of it. So don't be foolish. The entire existence, entire tirthas, stalas, pilgrimage, lakes, everything comes to Mathura. And if not possible to visit Mathura or Vrindavan, at least visit the temple of the Lord. And further it is mentioned, there is in quoted by Srila Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilasa, it is said, Kartika is the best, the purest of the purifiers. And the most glorious of all months. Kartik month is particularly dear to Lord Shri Krishna. This month is full of Bhakta Vatsalya. Any vrata, even the smallest, will yield huge result. The effect of performing Kartika Vrata lasts for 100 lifetimes, whereas ordinary vratas only last one lifetime. Srimati Radhika is the presiding deity of the holy month of Kartika. So Rupa Goswami and others refers to Radharani as Kartika Devi. In other words, Radhika is the goddess or presiding deity of the Kartika Vrata. Further, specifically in the month of Damodar, that is Kartika month, one should daily worship Damodara and take bath early in the morning, give charity and follow a fasting vow. This is duty of Vaishnavas. And in many such Bhakti, Hari Bhakti Vilasa and Skanda Purana, there is no other month equal to Kartika, and there is no other yuga equal to Krita Yuga. There is no other scripture equal to Vedas. There is no other place pilgrimage equal to Ganges. Therefore, the month of Kartika is very, very, very dear to Vaishnavas. And last two things. O great sage, after giving up all varieties of religious function, one should follow Kartika fast and listen to the narrations of Lord Sri Hari before his deity form. So basically, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Whatever we are doing, that has to be intensified during Kartik. Now the glory of offering the lamb to Krishna. See, there are a lot of devotees who visit temple, our temple or any Iskcon temple, Hare Krishna temple. During Kartik month, if they visit, they all be given a ghee lamp. Unknowingly, they offer ghee lamp to Krishna without their knowledge. Just imagine the benefit what they get by doing so that they can quickly come to the platform of practicing Krishna consciousness or practicing devotional service. So give this opportunity to others also. I just read, there are 5:10, please pardon me, I have to read this for you. If one offers a lamp during the month of Kartika, his sins of many thousands and millions of births perish in a half an eye blink. Half, full bhi nahi, khatam. Even if there is no mantras, no pious deeds, no purity, everything becomes perfect when a person offers a lamp during Kartika month. A person who during Kartika month offers a lamp to Lord Keshava has already performed all yagnas and bathing in all holy rivers. Just see the benefit. The ancestors say when someone, those who are in Pitruloka, other lokas for some reasons, they say, when someone in our family pleases Lord Keshava by offering him a lamp during Kartika Mantha, then by the mercy of the Lord who holds Sudarshan Chakra in his hand, we will attain liberations. Those people, souls in those planets, they are saying this. If somebody from their family offers ghee lamp, they get liberated. Just imagine what kind of performance of bhakti you are doing. Not only you get benefited, even our ancestors who are in other planets, they also get benefit. A person who offers lamp to Lord Krishna during the month of Damodara becomes glorious and fortunate. We all want glory and fortune. Even materially you will be benefited. No sins exist anywhere in the three worlds that will not be purified by offering a lamp to the Lord Keshava during Kartika. I said, which we cannot afford, is affordable during that sale period. The same way Krishna devises so many ways and means for conditioned souls to come back to him. Ittu sa to kar le yaar. One final. A person who offers lamb to Lord Damodara during Kartik attains the eternal spiritual world where there is no suffering. This world is full of suffering. There's wars going on in different parts of the world. There's pain of birth, death, old age, disease, adhyatmika, adibhautika, adidevika kleshas, exams, assignments, tensions, anxiety, pain, depression. Krishna personally comes down to this particular place and gives this wonderful offers for us. At least itto sa tu kar le tu. And by which he gives his own personal abode. So who will be the foolish person who will not take the opportunity to perform this one Kartika Vrata? So I implore and request all of you, please perform these few important things during Kartik month and get eternally benefited. So with this I stop here.